Come on, YouTube. There you are. All right. Hey, everybody. It's me. Orbem. Just kidding. Can you imagine if that was my voice the whole time? You think I'd get more viewers or less if I sounded that crazy? Maybe more. I bet people would just come on to talk shit. That's my guess. But I will not stoop down to that level and change my voice for stream. Snooze. Alright, look at that. Getting the game developer category early. Woo! Fantastic! Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. Yes, I apologize for missing stream yesterday. Battling lower back issues. And that is a battle I am not winning. But fucking when you get old, everything hurts. So I'm kind of just treating it like that. It's not getting worse. Not like getting really better either. At this point, it's just like annoying. An annoying pain. That is fine when I'm walking around and stuff and standing. It only really creeps up when I'm sitting. And not every angle I'm sitting, but it hurts, you know, at some angles. Which is annoying. And then, yeah, whenever I'm like twisting or lifting or anything like that. But life goes on. And so does that sick song I just wrote. And we're off. Hola, Natalia. How you doing? Welcome. Thanks for saying hi. Como dias? Como estás? Did I say como dias? What day? I think I said that. Jimmy Saludame. Ah, me amo Scott Adrian, aka Orbum Order. Bienvenidos. Ah. Bien. Muy bien. Just gonna work on some WordPress game engine action. Where I'm guessing something about video game. I'm sorry. Or are you saying where am I making the video? My Spanish reading is pretty low. Muy poquito. Sorry. You hit me with all the Spanish I know. I'm from California originally, from LA, so I know a decent amount of Spanish, but I took French in high school. I am ethnically French. See. But I appreciate you being here and hanging out with me. Now, we have an issue with the game. This door should not be here. Because I finished the mission that triggered this door to go away. But it's still here. I apologize. I still don't understand. No habla español. Muy poquito español. So I did pull down the database. It's an impression undertaking. What was the instigation for such a project? Well, I'll tell you. And it's pretty simple. I'm a WordPress programmer. Been a WordPress programmer for 16-ish years. So it is the format that I know best. That being said, though, this is my marketing website. So I basically just wanted to make my video game into my website. And the only way I thought to do that and not have to learn a whole new framework, language, game engine is build it into my website. Hi. So that's what I did. So now you have a WordPress game engine. This is Orbem game engine, OGE, and it is a plugin that I created. And it's using custom post types, custom fields that I registered, and custom taxonomies. Only a couple. Mostly custom fields and custom post types. And obviously option menus for some global things. And it's the world's first WordPress-based game engine. It's not porting in another game engine. It's not a integration with another game engine. This is literally using WordPress to build an RPG video game. We have areas, items, characters, cutscenes, enemies, blah, blah, blah. And it's all being controlled and using vanilla JavaScript and styling. That's about it. So, yeah. What started the project is, this game is based off of my book series, The Harmonian Chronicles. So, book 1 is Orbum, book 2, Miropelia. There's 2 more books coming out in the series. It's going to be a 4-book series, Quattro. And it is, I'm working on book 3 right now, but the game is taking precedent. I want to get the demo out and kind of as like a POC for the game engine, because I will be releasing this plugin to the masses. So anybody with a WordPress website can have a no-code solution for creating an RPG video game. You can super code if you want to on it, though. If you're a website programmer, it's a no-brainer. The way it's built is with website programming, so you'll be able to easily add to the game and style things and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, based off the book series, you can get these books on Amazon. If you like sci-fi fantasy, it's a crossover novel about scientists going to a fantasy universe. This is very cool, man. Thanks so much for the overview. I really resonate with the project. Do you plan on making your own games, or will you end up licensing the game at some point? No, I mean, this game will be mine. It's kind of like a lost lead to get people into reading the book series, or if they already read the books and they want to like continue their journey into Orbum in a different way. This gives them a way to do that. So the game itself, you know, there's no money involved in this one. No reason to license. But I mean, I'd love to license the book series out. If anybody wants to make a movie, hit me up. Because that would be amazing. I would love to see it. Or an anime. Honestly, I think this book series would be best suited for an anime. That would be awesome. But I appreciate you thinking it's cool. Because it is quite the project. We have wandering NPCs. We have cutscenes using the Google text-to-speech API.
Oh, sorry, Giles.
See?
Didn't see you there.
And you can also add your own recordings too. This is just default if you don't have recordings.
I gotta go pack up. Got fired and all. Look, I know.
Poor guy. He feels bad he got fired. See ya. And yeah, you can do a lot of things in this game. The game engine has the ability to interact with things, tutorial pop-ups. I can punch this plant. Are you interested in this? Bah. And I got a point for doing that. And I can collect things. People can give me money, like this character.
Hey Grain, I heard about you getting let go. The world is cruel and people are nasty. That's why I keep to my plans.
She's the botanist. Oh.
Thanks, Carol.
I just killed one of her
Here,
plants.
you're going to need this now that you're unemployed.
There you go. I just got money. $50. Thanks, Grandma. And you can do...
Guess I should talk to my boss before I
So,
leave
yeah,
for good.
that's me recording my own voiceover. And yeah, now I can talk to this guy.
Mr. Salverson. Mr. Salverson?
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Sound familiar?
Oh, hey, Grain. Sorry, I didn't notice you were there. Look, so sorry about your project not working out. Don't worry, though. You're a young guy. You'll do great things in your life after foresight. I know it.
Sir, you know I was days away from solving the Vortex description and getting a real proof of concept. You were there.
Excuse me.
You saw the wormhole open.
Once you've used this to sufficiently promote your book, you can see us
Grain,
now where the game
unfortunately, no
or
one
the
saw
engine
it,
itself is
and it
worth
isn't just
licensing
the
out. It's
board
very...
who has doubts.
Thanks.
Between Professor
Oh yeah, it's
Cranston
got
and Dr.
a
Giles,
shit ton of
both makers
functionality
of
built into
solid
the game
arguments
engine
against
itself.
your-
And this is my local.
There's
Um,
just no way they'll agree to let me keep
and
going with the research.
it's got a full-on dev
I'm
mode.
sorry, Grain.
So from the front end, you're actually able to turn on dev mode, see all the, you know, walls, see all the invisible triggers, and click and drag to move items around the map. And it saves everything to the database of your website. So like if I needed to move this plant right here on the left, I can click and drag it around. And wherever I put it, it will stay. And an API call goes, saves it to the database, good to go. The plan is to release the game engine after the POC is done, and basically have a a free version where you can create a basic RPG video game with a lot of the functionality. I'll definitely offer more premium packages like default asset packages for different types of games. More functionality, because the opportunities are endless in this. I can create turn-based RPG video games if I wanted to. You can do Subway style surfer games. I'm sure the point is to get it to where it's functional and people are able to use it on the WordPress site, and then upsell. Yes, so make sure you're all subscribed and following so you can see the journey of the Orbem game engine. You've never done web development when it comes to saving things, such as position object. What formats are you using? Yeah, so basically it's saving everything to the MySQL database, just like a normal WordPress website. So I use the WordPress REST API to make endpoint calls. You can see here in my class, I have some register REST routes. Where are they? REST routes. Right here. So these are all registered REST routes. These are calls I make from the front end when certain interactions happen. I'm just using fetch calls. I pass it information like coordinates. You can actually see every time I move, every time I stop moving in the logs here. Actually, let's put that on. So now when I'm walking and I stop moving, coordinates. A coordinates call gets made. So if I, refresh the game, start screen music, you're in the same place you left off. So it persists the things you do in the game, basically, so that, because it's a website at the end of the day, this isn't like a console or something. It's less it's not as consistent, right? Because you're on a tab. What if you close the tab? Shit, you just lost all your progress. So like, as long as you're logged in, all your user interactions and all that kind of stuff gets saved. All the missions you complete, all the points you collect, all the money you collect, what area you're in, where you are in the area. So it for the environment that it's in, an unstable website, depending on the website it is, I make it as persistent as possible. That being said,
Guess I should talk to my...
I need to fix some stuff. So we'll go to the office of the boss. And yeah, these are all just, you know, PNGs. And his walking animations, I made GIFs of his walking animations. And I'm just using the keyboard, you know, the arrow keys to make him move. Action key is the space bar. Shift does some stuff too. But
You know why I started Foresight.
you see how auto scrolls up? And it's basically a 5,000 by, you know, 6,000 picture. That's the map. And it's just scrolling around the website basically, just scrolling around the page. But I hid all the scroll bars, and it's using scroll into view, the JavaScript scroll into view to make it work.
Right. Almost
But it gives
like
me a lot of
that.
control.
Hey,
None of this matters. Not the money, not the board.
And just a lot of really complex JavaScript interaction,
So,
intervals, a
what
lot
does
of
matter,
intervals, a lot of flags, a lot of data points. And I'm using WordPress
sir?
to
Like,
create the
wizard magic?
HTML that I'm manipulating.
Did you know that lightning was considered magic?
But
at
it's kind of like
WordPress?
having two different
Fire,
games at the
sun,
same time. You have the client side,
No,
which is the stuff that's
magic,
happening while
to
I'm
which I'm
on the
referring,
site,
is not the
and
magic
then
of
the
fantasy.
persisted stuff.
It's
So
the
I have to
unknown.
do two things.
Science yet to be
So
discovered.
you have to go to a new
So
area,
far in
I have to make a
advance,
call,
they
grab all
wouldn't
the
for a long
area,
time
grab all the
saw it
stuff,
in
put
use.
it there. But
They would
if
have
you
to
refresh, it needs to load all that
Everyone is
stuff
afraid
server
of
side.
what they cannot comprehend. Just like people are afraid
Just
of
like
their
normal
research.
WordPress stuff.
The world could fly by another 1,000 years, and we'd never figure out what a real wormhole is. Space-time has so far been frustratingly beyond mortals. Your research is something. I called you here to tell you to continue your research. You are to continue, and in fact,
I'm sorry. Did
Yeah,
you
I
say
also make all
stop?
the music for the game.
I
And all the music here in the background, they're all my bands or things that I've recorded. Where the hell's the cutscene? I mean, where's the mission? Where's your mission, buddy? I thought I restarted the game. Sorry about that. It's talking off stream. Behind the scenes. Sorry, what did I miss? Alonzo, what's up, man? Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, the progress, it's getting somewhere.
May I help you, sir?
Everything about
Hello,
this is so
sir.
clever. I
I'm
really
Dr.
can't
Gray
understand
Milford.
understate how
help you,
cool I
sir?
find this. Nice, between music, writing, game dev.
Yes.
What do you consider your
Sorry,
primary
I'm
art, or
pretty
is that
sure
not
I'm in the right
answerable?
place.
Yeah,
Mr.
right.
Salverson sent me here to continue some research.
Mr. Milford,
Yeah, I
see
don't
here
know.
You were stationed in section
Yeah, I kind of
Lab
just use
3
all
of
these
the
things as
research wing.
tools to
Here is your
make
temp
something,
badge to
right?
get
I
you
mean, I even do like
permanently.
woodworking and 3D printing and stuff like
A
that.
permanent badge will be sent to your
Speaking of 3D
company-provided
printing,
condo in Delta Sign, number 445.
today's sponsor, Flex Keys.
Here are your keys.
Do you
Do
have
not lose them.
sore
lose
or
your
slow
keys,
fingers and you
replacement
want
charge will
more
be required
dexterous or
before you
agile
reset.
fingers? Get Flex Keys.
Here is your CNC. Do not lose your CNC.
There you go.
Or a replacement charge
Flex
will be
Keys.
required to
FlexKeys.shop.
procure a new one.
Or you
You
can
can
find it
order
at
for the doors to your left.
orbemortar.com/shop.
Thank you, sir.
$4.99. You can
Great
get your
day.
own pair of Flex Keys. And they come in many colors. Any combination you want. If you like purple and red, I got you covered. Start flexing. Yeah, so I also do a lot of 3D printing. Hey, look, the door went away. So at least that worked, but the mission didn't. There's no mission there, though. That's really weird. But yeah, I don't know. Programming is just a way for me to make money, too. I mean, that's my day job. But I've never considered myself a writer, even though I've published a couple books now. And I do actually, you know, music gigs where I sing and scream, you know, on Fiverr and stuff like that. And I've been in a bunch of bands, so I really like doing music too. But I don't know. Yeah. I don't think I could pick one unless it made me a whole lot of money. And so far that's just programming, unfortunately. But yeah. And yes, I don't play a lot of video games. This is actually the first game I've ever made. So, and it's basically a website that I'm building as a game. So you can understand why that is probably confusing. But yeah, I've never used another game engine. I kind of messed around with Unity for a second. I wanted to make like a giant, like fucking AAA game, because I don't know. I had a lot more time when I was doing that, but never got into it. I love game development though, like the idea, and I love games as a medium. Because I mean, writing the books are cool and they're done, and it's like boom, now anybody can read it and the story exists. I love that, but the game is so interactive, you know, like puzzles. Like I can really dig into some of the parts of the book. And I'm using the actual dialogue from the book too. Like this is, you know, if you read the books, you would know all these lines basically. And I'm kind of going from story to story. But I'm able to kind of dig more in, let you like actually look at the different offices. This is a secret research facility in Scotland that he gets sent to, and he meets a bunch of other scientists. And like these are all cubicles with, you know, hanging glass walls basically with a bunch of different science. And so I really like. Oh, I missed a wall. Nice. Wait, did I? Did this not? Hold on. I'm gonna restart this game. I feel like it didn't pull down the database. And yeah, so I do a lot of video editing too. This is the intro video I made. And all the music too. Orbem Order presents. You recommend building a career around WordPress development? Yeah. Super lucrative. Sorry, this is kind of loud. Yeah. WordPress development is super lucrative. It controls, you know, there's like 80% of websites are on WordPress. It's literally stupid to not be involved in WordPress if you don't have another option. You know what I mean? I love how the intro music just started in the background too. Honestly, I started, like I said, around 16 years ago doing WordPress development. I built a blog for a company I was already working for. And then I started doing freelance and just kind of like taking on jobs for WordPress development. And there was a million mom and pop shops out there that just needed help. Or they tried to build it and they couldn't do it. Or they needed help with an existing website, or an agency screwed them. And so I learned on the job. And honestly, that's the only way you should learn. By the way, I have never learned anything I didn't get paid to learn. It's such a waste of time to learn a bunch of languages and frameworks and things like that that you're never going to use. You know, if you want to know more about something that you are already getting paid to do, cool, you know, go above and beyond. That's great. But when it came to WordPress, you know, everybody starts the same way. Third-party tools, third-party plugins, third-party themes. And then they start you know, changing the third-party plugins and themes, making them more specific to the client's wants, and then you start building the plugins and themes. So I author multiple WordPress plugins in the WordPress directory. So if you go to WordPress, and specifically if you go ahead and check out like share this, share buttons, you'll see Scott Storbloom here. So this is my plugin direct. I have, what is that, 6, 7, 8 authored plugins on there right now. Some of them have over 100,000 plus installs on it. So when you start building plugins, then you realize, oh, I can do anything on WordPress. You know, like, and then you realize, oh, theme development is basically just building a website. So that's what I do. So this is a custom theme. Orbmortar.com is a custom theme. This is all my own development. I have an integration with Twitch, you can see, but nobody's on Twitch right now. And yeah, everything about the site is all on WordPress, and I just style it, develop it myself. And once you get into theme development, then you could work on any theme. And you could do anything for anybody that they need. And people need things in WordPress world. So, oh, this looks good. You've been using Adobe After Effects for 15 years. Woo! Premiere Pro. Sorry, I missed that info. Yeah, Premiere Pro. I have not gotten to After Effects. My post-production skills have, you know, basically been using Adobe templated like title scenes and, you know, different things like that that I get from the library. But yeah, the only custom stuff I do in video editing, I actually use Photoshop, because Photoshop you can import videos in and manipulate frames. So I've done a lot of that. But yeah, not After Effects. So for my custom themes, I don't use any framework. When I first started building, I used the boilerplate Underscore. That's kind of the most popular one out there. I think it's developed by WordPress. Or maybe it's 10 up. I forget. Somebody made Underscore. Underscore is a good starter template, but it's huge. There's a lot of bloat. You know, if you don't know where to start, that's cool. But let me tell you, a theme is like 4 files. Look at the files that really matter in a theme are this. So this is my custom theme right here. Oh, sorry, no, this is my plugin. My bad. Yeah, I forgot. I separated out my theme and my plugin because I want to release the plugin to the masses. So this is my theme. Miropelia is the theme. Go figure. You need a style CSS. You need a functions PHP. And index PHP. And then, I mean, I guess you could have I don't think you need a header and footer, but like that's all you need. And then you have a theme. And it'll show up and you can activate it and start building on it. Everything else is, you know, you build upon it. So I'd say start from scratch.
I heard about you getting let go. The world is
God damn it,
cruel
Carol.
and people are nasty.
The
That's
wandering
why I keep
NPCs,
my
man, they have a
balance.
mind of their own.
Thanks, Carol.
Here,
Very
you're
smart
going to
logic
need this
built
now
into
that
the
you're unemployed.
NPCs wandering mode, though. I mean, they will avoid me, and, you know, so I'll never, like, have to run into them. They'll avoid walls, they'll change direction at random times, and they'll just keep walking. Eventually they get into other rooms. I mean, I see them all over the map. You building a web-based game engine? Yeah, so this is a WordPress game engine that I've developed. So it's the Orbem game engine, OGE, and it is a plugin I developed into my website. And yeah, the plan is eventually to allow anybody to build an RPG with this no-code solution in their WordPress site. You basically just choose the page. There's a drop-down of all the pages on your site. You choose the first area. You got to create one area. And then you choose your main character. And that's who you start out as. In my game specifically, I've developed the ability to collect characters, and you can use different characters. And they have different abilities. So like one's really fast, one's really strong, and one can walk through hazards. Like fire, or whatever you want to deem a hazard. How do you test your plugin and theme on real time while making changes on... so I'm using Local by Flywheel. So Flywheel is my host. It's kind of just like what makes it easiest for me to do. So I can push and pull code directly to my live site using this Local by Flywheel. It's Local WP by Flywheel. And this will just create a WordPress site for you. And you can connect it to your host to your other websites. So like these are all sites that I have hosted on Flywheel. And so this is my local right now. But I have it in sync with my production. I keep pulling the database down so I could test bugs. So it looks exactly like my production site. Like this is my production site. You can go to orbem.games. And that'll take you straight to the game. You could play this game right now. At least what I have going on. And I don't require login either, which is an option in the game engine. The only problem is if you do a new game and you're not logged in, then it basically won't save any of your progress. So you just have to play all the way through. If you refresh, you're done. But yeah, you could play this right now. This is the production site. You can go here, you can, you know, punch plants if you want to. You can talk to Carol. This is all free game for anybody. I highly suggest you create accounts though, because saving the progress is a lot better. But yeah, so this is the RPG game I am building on the game engine that I'm building. And I'm doing it in tandem, you know. Kind of figure out what I need in the... Oh my god.
Here,
I get
you're
it.
going to need this now that
Thanks for
you're
the 50 bucks,
unemployed.
Carol. And yeah, it's based, if anybody missed, it's based off of my book series, The Harmonian Chronicles. These are available on Amazon right now. Scott V. Adrian's my author name. And book 1 and 2 are available. They're audiobooks too. I have a really great narrator, Jacob McNatt. He's fantastic. And I'm really hoping he comes out of retirement for book 3. Ah, sweet. Do it, Alonzo. Yeah, mess around. Eventually I'm going to be asking for beta testers as well for the game engine.
Oh, hello, Dr.
Oh my fuck.
Hey, Cranston.
No hard feelings. Hey.
Bye, Cranston.
Bye, Cranston. Thanks. I have to hide. Best part about dev mode too is you can turn dev mode on and you can do God mode and no touch. So basically I can walk through walls and I can't interact with anything. So that makes things a lot easier. So now I can walk around. And you see when I turn dev mode on, all these transparent things show up. These are all items on the map. And also you can open and close this item slide in so I can see areas, items, characters, signs, and I can hide any of these so they don't get in my way. So like right now I could turn all the characters off. Blah, 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 blah. Good. No more characters. So now I can walk around without the NPCs running into me. But that requires admin access. So if you play right now and you create an account, you won't have dev mode access, obviously. But for your site, you will. You also build 3D game engine once terrain sculpting, texturing, character systems. Whoa. That's awesome. That's a lot more intense. I really don't want to do 3D. 3JS is actually really interesting to me for doing 3D animation stuff. And I might make like a mini game or two, or, you know, something fun in the game for that. But One really cool thing that is actually built into the game, but I have not pushed it live. Here, let me get on my theme. You'll see, some of you might understand this, some of you might not, but I have some commented out code at the top here. WebSocket. And I actually tested this live multiplayer. So you can play the game at the same time as other people if I enabled this and made it live. The only problem is there's just no reason for it. Like, you're not doing anything, like, you're not interacting with the people. I don't have any multiplayer action built in. So it'd be different if I let you play as different characters and you can go on missions together or something. But my main goal with this is allowing it as an option. And I'm going to make another game that's based off of Cannith Village, which is a village of wolf humanoids that the main characters live in Orbum. And I want to make a whole village where everybody can be their own little wolf humanoid character, or you can be one of the scientists. And I don't know, do puzzles, own a shop, I don't know, something like that. I could build Pokemon MMO in WordPress, yeah. Yeah, definitely. That is not even an exaggeration. All I would need to do is build basically the Pokemon fight mechanism, right? I already have wandering NPC mode, so I could make Pokemons walk around the map, you know? And I have foreground items, so I could put them in grass. You wouldn't be able to see them walking around, you know? And then when you run into them, it could start. I want to do turn-based playing as a fast follow once I release the the game engine, so that you could do, you know, turn-based fighting. You go whoop, fight, turn-based, and that would go hand in hand with the Pokemon. But yeah, I think there's just too much opportunity with this, and I really want to release this POC and get people beta testing the actual game engine on their own sites so that we can make it better. And it's gonna be fun. Yeah, man.
You know why I
Still have a lot of
started
Easter eggs to
Foresight
add
Brain?
too.
No,
Right.
it was
Almost like
no one's
twins.
about
Hey,
to
sorry,
bring
what did you say, Scott?
what they cannot comprehend technology. That's why I chose to bring
Oh,
research.
I know what the issue is. I'm having issues showing. You know, I gotta mute this. Sorry.
Space-time.
I have to get missions to work client side. They're not transferring over. Because if you go to enter new area, this is the function I use for level selecting as well. So because technically you can just when you're in admin, you can go to the level selector here, and you can choose any of your levels and go straight to it. In this case, would be exactly what I need. So what's wrong with the goddamn missions? So we have the mission list here, but I need the data. Show mission, complete mission. I just wonder if it's considering it a completed mission or not. Let me see if it's showing up in the HTML actually. That would help me understand. Missions. No, see, it's empty. So it's like it didn't get anything. Here, let's actually check the data that's coming in. So here's the area call. Here's the response. Are we seeing... What's the mission? Talk to Andy. Andy. Yeah, here it is, right here. No. That's in the remove after cutscene. That's Andy chair. Static Andy images. Indie up, down. These are all the images. Image, 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 image. Here we go. Map cutscene. It's right here. Wait, so is a cutscene showing up here? Oh no, that's the map cutscene. I need the mission. Let's mix those things up. Mission. Mission. No, it's not here. No missions. Alright, well then we gotta figure out why the missions aren't coming in. Yeah, it's the walking interval. Where's the actual call? Here it is. So we're getting a new area. We got the response here. And we got the map items. Where are... Wait, new map items. Yeah, new map items. That's the styles and scripts. And where would... That's cutscene area, map cutscenes, map explainers. Where are the missions? There's the mission blockades. That also needs to work. Wait, is that working? Nope. No blockade. Well, that would explain why the blockade's not working. See, this works server side. If I refresh the page, the mission shows up. This is what I'm talking about, having two different games. Basically, you have to build, or two different game engines you have to build. Client side, server side. And I don't see jack shit. I mean, when were missions ever gonna work? I don't even see them in here. So we have this. Oh yeah, right here. Map missions. Okay. Wait, is missions content not here? Maybe it's looking for something that's not there. No, it's right there. Yeah. It's just empty. Alright. Well, let's console this out. See what the fuck it's doing. And then we'll have to look in the server side and see what's going on. Oh my god. You like suffering. Hey, Cataflato. You're not wrong. This is suffering. And everybody who's been hanging out, I must proclaim I've been working on this for years. Not even joking. Not like straight, but I built this game when my first book was published. No, before my first book was published. I was waiting for it to be edited, actually. Which, it took me 4 years to write the book. Book 2 took me 7 months. I got a little bit better, but... It... Absolutely, I've been working on this game for years. The game engine, probably in the last year. I mean, obviously I was still building the game engine in spirit because I was building the game, but it was in my theme before. I turned this into a plugin, actually not even that long ago. But yeah, you're not wrong. Cataflado. Alright, let's see what we're getting. Oh, it's empty. Well, no shit, there's no missions. It's coming out with nothing. Alright, well, that means... What the fuck? Let's go to the class. Now we're on the PHP side here. And we got get Orbem area. So this is the rest route endpoint. This is where when I go to a new area, it grabs everything. All the items, all the cutscenes, all the characters, everything. Which is easy because I'm using the same function server side. All these get, explore, post, get HTML functions, all these utils. So It's not like I have to do it twice, but it makes it more interesting when things don't work, because I'm doing the same damn thing. So here's the explore missions. This should be getting pulled in. Why you no pulling? Like why are you empty? Because this is basically empty. But why? Because we have the explore missions. Oh, so these are the completed missions, yeah. Well, where's the missions? Oh, okay, they must be on the upper deck. Oh, maybe not. Hold up. We might have solved the issue. There is no explore missions. Am I blind? Where are the missions? Did I delete them? Hold on, let me check my Git. That's the map URL. No, I didn't delete anything. Huh. Why are you not here? I don't want to check my Git history. And yeah, this is all code. I have it up in a Git repo as well, because I don't want to lose all this. It's a private repo though, I'm sorry. Eventually I'll make it. I mean, it's going to be public if it's in the WordPress directory, but eventually I'll have like one code you can see. But, I mean, all you have to do is download the plugin and you can see that as well. Let me double check it's not here. Explore missions. You are not here. Why? I have the current location. Why am I not grabbing the missions? You know what? I'm gonna look at my Git history real quick. When the hell did I lose this? No. 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 Why did I do this to myself? Why did I remove missions? Maybe I did it on accident. That's what I like to tell myself. It was an accident. Where'd you go? Here's a mission. No? Didn't it? No? What line would it be on? It would probably be around the 900s. So let's, that should make things a little quicker. Nope, nope. Nope. Oh. We have map items, explore points, blah, blah, blah. No explore missions still. When the hell did I lose missions? And why am I just noticing this now? I guess I didn't really have a lot of missions in the... I didn't have any. Maybe that's why. This could have been broken for a while. See, the problem is I created this entire demo already. I finished it. From level 1 to the end to the boss fight. I've already created it. But I created it with no final assets and only locally. So I'm basically rebuilding the entire demo with final assets and a hell of a lot more functionality that I'm building on the way, just because I'm like, you know, it would be cool. So I am. So a lot of this stuff was already working, but as I keep changing things, adding wanderer mode and all that kind of stuff, I keep breaking things and rewriting things to make it more, you know, dev friendly, turning it into a plugin, rewriting entire walking collision point functionality. Just hurting myself. All right, well, we don't have missions, so that's kind of where we're at. Let's see, is it as easy as this? I guess I could just do explore missions. And then we'll do explore missions. I mean, that should be it. Should just grab all the ones for this location. Alright. We will find out. Level selector, go! Oh, I saw it. I saw the mission for a second, but it went away. Oh, it's probably because I was already here. So the server side got replaced. Okay, hold on. I don't think I built. Oh, I don't need to build. I did this not. Alright, so we're here. Explore missions is now here. Let's see if it worked though. Explore mission. Oop. Missions. There we go. Mm-hmm. Empty. Well, isn't that nice? Alright, let's see how I'm doing it in the template. Missions. Explore. Oh, right here. No, that's mini games. Missions. Oh, yeah, see, I'm doing this. I'm doing it normal. Oh, wait, did I do explore mission? I forgot if I added an S or not. Oh, that's... No, wait. Yep, that's why. I added an S. Alright, it'll work now. Thanks, Jared. And good luck with your adventure. Jared's adventure. I'm interested in your adventure now. There we go. We have missions. Yay! Look at that. Solving problems. One bug at a time. Let's get rid of that bar dump. And that is the fun part. Okay, so now mission exists, which means the blockade should also exist. Let's try it. So if we go here now, I shouldn't be able to walk through this door. Yes. Because you see there is a mission right here. Collect your ID card. There's only one person to talk to here, so he gives you your ID card. May I help you? Yes, help me, help me, help me, help me. And then when you finish the cutscene, mission complete. Door goes away, blockade goes away, and now I can walk. Magic. Magic. Now, I was having issues. It was not persisting the item going away, so let me see if that's still working or not. No. Okay. So the door is not being persisted. Now, the logic is remove after cutscene. And if it removes after cutscene, I want it to persist and be part of the list of items that stay away. Remove after cutscene. So this removes the items. If the previous area was a cutscene, remove items. Yeah, this is specific for cutscene areas. So it should be persisting the item here. But it's not. I don't know why. Persist item removal should be working, but it obviously tis not. I do have a variable called explore points. Now this variable is everything that persists. So that's item wise. So all the gear you collect, all the points you get, and all the items that should stay away. So here's all the plants I killed. So they are persisted. See, look at reception door. It's right here. It's here. Why are you here? Is this say no point on it? Reception door. No, that's the find item. Oh, here. No point. Okay, so it has the no point class. That basically means you shouldn't be able to interact with it again. Data removal. Remove after cutscene. Weird. I guess I just didn't write it into the no point logic. Add no point. Oh, no, no. It's like run no point. Right? Or is it add no point? Should remove item on load. Yes, it's for collected items. This should also be for my item. We got the value. Map item. Here. Here. Oh, does this not have a type? I don't think I gave it a type. Maybe that's why. Hold up. See, I don't even remember all my own configuration. It's so goddamn complicated. We'll test it. So reception door, it needs a type. Every item that has an interaction needs a type. And this one has no value type. That would be the problem. So it should default to point though. That's absolutely amazing. I hope you do well. I've just started learning Python. Oh, nice. It's amazing what you can build. Hell yeah. No problem, Jared. I'll catch you in another one. Now that you're subscribed, you'll get notified pretty much every day. So if you're interested at any point, jump on in, and eventually we'll get you on Discord too, so I can hear about your Python journey. Good luck, my friend. And thank you so much for dropping in. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh wait, didn't we see this in a type? Obviously, it's in the. Yeah, it's in the point. Okay, so no, I'm tripping. It didn't need a type. It defaults to point. Sorry, there's a goddamn bug that I keep trying to catch. Okay. So it definitely is in points. But why is it not being found? Wait. It's reception door map item, right? Reception door map item. Yeah, that's the name. Right here. Yeah. That's you. Okay. Should remove. Should remove. Oh, well, let's see if it needs to be removed or not. I probably just didn't add it to the list. Yeah, okay. That's why. I didn't add... The fuck? True equals map item data set remove after cutscene. Oh, well, no. Not true, but it should exist. We should do this. Undefined does not equal. Is that what it's called? Remove after cutscene? Remove after cutscene. Oh, well. No capitals. There we go. Dumb name. But, so we have, yeah. So if that's not undefined, then it should be good to go. I don't think it defaults on, right? Remove. Oh, wait, I gotta go to the class. Remove after cutscene. Yeah. So it'll only exist if there is a cutscene added to that. So yeah, we can use undefined. All right, this should work now. Another one. I wrote this new song too for the game. What do you think? Sounds familiar. Alright, let's see if it worked. Go away, door. If this worked, the door will be gone. Yes. That means I can go right on through. Okay. Hey, Harlow. How's it going, man? You haven't been able to say hi because I've been pretty busy. Oh, just want to say hello. Yeah, I've been good. Back is not really better. I'm suffering through it, but you know, life goes on. And I am tired of my back getting in the way of me doing what I need to, and that's make progress on this fucking game. Hey, look, zoom out. Doop, 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 doop. Now, the cool thing about the zoom out feature is that this is a custom zoom out, because you can't just zoom out on your browser. Well, I can't trust that anybody would do that. But it makes it really easy to make giant walls for my wall builder feature. All right, let's push these bug fixes up. I think this should allow me to make more progress now on the game. Oh shit, 6.8.2 came out, WordPress. All right, we're gonna need to upgrade. I like to keep my WordPress version at the tippy top, especially because I'm developing a plugin, you know, so I need to make sure it's works with the newest version of WordPress. Go! No database. No database. I keep forgetting to turn that off when I'm pushing code up. Alright, cool. That should get to where it needs to go. And, yeah. Plugins. I am a plugin author as well. And that is not where I live anymore. Yeah, I moved to Michigan a few years back from LA. I used to be a website programmer for Disney. I was living in Burbank. Disney for a while. Worked for Warner Brothers for a while. Built some Harry Potter websites. Worked for Universal, specifically their media label, their music. So I worked on the Carrie Underwood website for a while. And Disney, I built DisneySyncLink.com, which is still live today. I think they did some style updates to it, but I built the theme for it. It was the first Gutenberg-enabled WordPress theme that Disney ever used, because they were scared. And I was like, I'm doing it. I don't care. I want to make this. So I made a whole theme from scratch that was Gutenberg-enabled. But yeah, and so it was easier because I was next to all the studios in Burbank. But you know, everything's work from home now, so I now just I do my website programming work from home. But Michigan's great. I mean, the space is great. I like not being 2 feet away from my neighbors. That is a major plus. Now I have 12 acres here. Can't even see my neighbors. Alright. So this should be pushed up now. Let's see. Boop. Okay. Oh yeah, look at it. There's the mission. So let's get the mission going.
May I help you, sir?
Hello, sir.
Hello,
I'm Dr.
sir.
Gray Milford.
May I help you, sir?
Yes. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I'm in the right place. Mr. Salverson sent me here to continue some research.
Mr. Milford, I see here you are stationed in Section C, Lab 3 of the research break. Here is your temp badge to get you through the end of the week. A permanent badge will be sent.
All right.
Here are your keys. Do not lose. Here is your
Action
CNC.
key. Action
Thank you,
key.
sir. I hope you have a great...
Action key. All right. We got points. Ooh, I'm almost at level 2. And this worked great. Fantastic. All right, let's see. I felt like I was missing walls in the local, so let me double check that. I'm gonna zoom out. Oh yeah, look at that. I didn't make this wall yet. Let us continue the wall building. Wall building. So here's how you build walls in the game engine. You basically click this button, which is a hammer and a wrench, Unicode. And now I have this new cursor that looks like, oh shit, that looks like a crossbar. And then you just basically put the corner where you want, click and drag, and now I have a new wall. This has revolutionized wall building. Because there is also a backup wall building method. You can use an SVG. So in every area, if you go to the areas here, in the WordPress areas, the feature image of the area can be an SVG. Hey, random poster guy, how's it going? So if you upload an SVG with rectangles in it to the featured image section, those rectangles in the SVG code will be collision points. So you can technically build all these maps out, like the collision maps, in Illustrator, which is how I was doing it before. But the problem with that is every time I needed to do a custom like collision point, I had to go back into Illustrator and add it like a little square, you know? So for the minute stuff, it wasn't but if you already have your whole maps planned out, or they're pretty simple, then it's great. But yeah, so basically you go in the feature images here, and I think I still have some of my SVGs in here I can show you. Yeah, so all of these, like these red and black ones, or just the red ones, these are collision maps that you could attach to a map, to an area. And yeah, here's a more complex one over here too. So that's another way you can build walls. But for my case, I like doing it, you know, manually, because I'm gonna have a lot of little areas. I mean, you saw how complex the little blue lines were in the CEO office because of all like the hot tub and stuff. There's like interesting shapes, and it helps me with perspective too. Oh shit, I should not have kept this on the whole time. Sometimes when you leave the wall builder on, you end up clicking and making like phantom walls. Something I need to work on. All right, let's turn God mode on so I can walk through walls. Dum 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 dum. Here, I'll do this so you guys can see better. Random poster guy. How's it going, bud? Love the name. Do you do things with posters? Alright, let's do another wall right here. It's pretty responsive too. I built this whole thing out just with click events, click and drag events. Basically, I create an item when you click, when that mode is on, and then I change the width and height based off of where my mouse is. So it wasn't very easy to build, but it's very nice feature to have, because otherwise I'd have to program all these and add them one by one. Not program, but I mean I'd have to create them. I created a custom post type called walls. So you can see right here, explore walls. These are all the walls. And they get auto-generated names based off of the name of the area and their position on the map. Though, I need to add a new feature where I can click on an item on the map and it'll show it here. Because I can actually change certain things about the item, like the size, and I can hide it. So it would come in handy to be able to click here and find it, because right now I don't know. I have to use my pinpoint tool to figure it out. Which is also very helpful, the pinpoint tool I created here. You basically click this, and now wherever you click on the map, it'll show you the top and left position. That way when I'm creating new items on the front end like this, I can create a new item just without even going in the WordPress admin. I can create... And these custom fields are coming from the actual registered custom fields I have, so it's one-to-one. Yeah, I can add the top and left position based off of this pinpoint I just clicked. Again, trying to make this as easy as possible for people to create their own video games in WordPress. Which, yeah, that's saying something. Easy is an interesting word. But, you know, learning any game engine's probably pretty hard. I see people struggling with Godot a lot and doing their best with Game Maker Studio, and you have to learn a whole new coding language. But this is more creative. It reminds me more of Unreal Engine's Blueprint. I want to say, where it's like a no-code kind of visual solution for building video games. I know there's a guy that I watch his Twitch sometimes. Dev mode. And he is building a really cool game in Unreal Engine using Blueprint. And I can click and drag. Okay. I hope that worked. Because it's kind of... There's been some funkiness with the wall building lately, and I don't know why. I think it has something to do with the zooming feature, but I'm gonna have to tighten this up before releasing it, because I know people are gonna complain about wall building. Whoop. Alright, looks like it's working though, at least. More walls. It is much easier to build walls when it's zoomed in. That is for sure. Oh, we building walls. This is an RPG style game. That's so broad, right? It's yeah, it's kind of a puzzle, explore, fighting. I don't know. It's following the story of my book series. So like you're doing puzzles, mini games, collecting characters to play as, to follow through the story. So it's like a story based RPG game. RPG as in the rocket launcher. Yes. Rocket launcher. No, role-playing game. As in role-playing game. Based off of the Harmonian Chronicles. Specifically right now we're working on like the first 5 chapters of book 1, Orbum. Yeah. Thank you. And yeah, built-in WordPress. So I'm building a game engine in WordPress in order to build this game. So it's kind of a dual creation that once this POC is done and we get this game out, it will, you know, be basically like, hey, this is what you can do with the game engine. Now it's your turn. Build whatever you want, you know, with your own assets and stuff. Yes, there are villains. We have a whole custom post type called enemies, which I have none right now, but there are enemies. So enemies can hurt you and you can kill them, and anything you can beat up with a weapon can be an enemy. So I even have like tatami mats where you could slash it with your sword, and just as like testing the sword out, those are also enemies. There are projectiles, though I don't have any guns, but I developed the ability to shoot, but right now the only thing that I have built with it are throwing knives, because one of the characters' main weapon is a throwing knife. So yeah, melee. So right now he has punch. You see this? This is what it looks like when he punches. I gotta update the animation a little bit, but that's your first weapon, and that's what you see in this lower left corner. But when you switch weapons, this will switch to the weapon you're on, and you can select different ones. So I have a menu right here called Weapons, and eventually when you have collect weapons, in my demo you collect a katana, and you can use it. I don't... It's not fast-paced. It's definitely puzzle-based. And by puzzle, I mean, like, you have to do multiple things. Like, you have to do a programming minigame to get an ability to transport, and then you need to use your strong guy. It's the multi-character thing. You collect characters, and you can use them for their different abilities. Kind of like Lego games, you know, like the Lego Harry Potters and stuff like that. So you're able to switch your character on the fly, depending on what the task is. Somebody's really fast. There's a timer-based thing where you need to click 2 buttons on a different side of the map. There's hazards you need to be able to walk through, so you switch to the character who can walk through hazards. And then he can transport, so you got to get behind walls. You can transport, which is what this blue bar is actually his transport charge. And but then there's also enemy fighting, you know, because it's based off of the book. You know, there's the boss fights, and there's elves you have to fight, and a whole bunch of goblins. No, they switch with your position. Yeah, like the Lego game, basically. You know, you choose what you want at the time, and you become that character. And they will have their own weapons, their own gear and stuff too. So, you know, this menu will change based off of who you are at the time. There's a character menu that shows up once you collect them. And this is actually the level in which you collect the characters. You go and you meet them at the restaurant. There's a whole cutscene, and then you get to collect them, and they become playable. But that has... like I said earlier, I already built out the entire demo. Oh, great. Nice. But it didn't have final assets, and I didn't do it in production. So now I'm doing everything in production with final assets. So, yeah. Eventually, we will get to all the cool stuff. It's a lot of set dressing, though, to make it look good. Alright, I need to change to this one. Which, I don't even know what the fuck this one is. Actually, let's refresh so I can get the new position. Pinpoint. So now I have to look this up. 2703. Oh, it's probably you. No? That's interesting. 2703. Probably you. No. 27. Yeah, I really need that click feature. Oh, what the fuck? Come on, brah. Where are you? Oh, wrong one. Getting close. 20. Yeah, this is dumb. Let's just look it up. What's your name? Oh, 2292. Oh, that's right. When I created it, it was somewhere else. God damn it. Alright, so the width needs to be about 40, and the height is way too high. Let's do 300. There we go. Pretty close. Height we'll do 297, and we'll do 42. Pretty close. Let's do 43 and 296. Pixel perfect. Yeah, that's good enough. You should make the characters be able to do separate tasks like Alien Dark Descent. Ooh. Oh, you mean like set the character and they go off and do something on their own? That would take some serious logic. I have wandering NPCs, and that took a really long time to develop to make them like usable on the map. So I can imagine having the characters like know where they're going and go to an item and do something. That would be kind of hard. But I do see the benefit, obviously, because if there's like, hey, they need to click this button while you're doing this, that's pretty. Do enemies have pathfinding? They are able to detect you, yeah. So there's 3 types of enemies. There's ones that don't do anything. They just stand there. Oop. And that's, like I said, like tatami mats when you hit them with your sword. There's projectile enemies who stand still but shoot you wherever you are on the map. And the projectiles cannot go through walls. At least they couldn't when I built them. It's been a while since I used the enemies. And then there's the rushers, the ones that run into you. And basically, you know, the melee enemies. And those will follow you around the map. And they are persistent and very annoying. But again, they can't go through walls either. So if you go behind a wall, like you transport behind a wall, they can't get you. But if they can get to you, they will. Which I'm guessing I'm going to have to make their wandering logic a little bit smarter. Or I might want to use wandering on them. And then if they see you, then they go after you. That would be very cool. And definitely something I'm going to do. Alright. Yeah, so your position on the map is pretty easy to find. But the obstacles in the way is where wandering comes in play. I have a whole logic that allows them to navigate the map just based off of conditions. Like, if you go here and you hit a wall, then you need to go this way. Wandering, though, has randomized pausing and direction changing. So it's a little bit more natural movement. So with enemies, it'd be good to have them in wandering mode until they see you, and then they should attack. I could do that with the projectile enemies too. And then we have magic too. So spells are going to be a thing. We have protection magic. We have projectile magic. He eventually will be able to make shields around himself and shoot fireballs. Spoiler alert. All right, I think we got all the walls done. Hell yeah! Oh well, except for over here. Let's do a big wall across the whole top. Let's see if we can do that. See if I can zoom out enough. Yeah, thanks, Golden. Appreciate it. You have an idea to prevent them from getting stuck if they are in the room, but you aren't. They will align with the door entrance and move towards the hallway. An enemy will walk towards your Y position. Yeah, so what I do right now is basically they'll kind of Roomba around, right? They'll go straight until they hit a direct, then they'll turn left, and while they're still trying to go straight, so they will actually follow the wall until they hit an opening, and then they'll keep going. Now if they hit another wall, then they know that there is no opening, so they turn around and they start going the other way and doing the same thing. Do they see a wall opening down here? And then they'll look here, there's that wall. So if they don't change direction randomly, they'll actually find their way out of a room. But well, I think I have the background music on and it's playing on my player. And then but yeah, I also have the randomized direction changing logic, so they'll just pause at random intervals and for random amounts of time, and then they'll change direction, or they'll keep going the same direction. And that also helps a lot with them kind of like luckily finding their way around objects and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I could show you what wandering looks like right here. Yep. Hey, C-Films is here. What up, bud? I see you there. On the Orbum order list. So if I go here, and I go to a level select. So this is where you'll see old man Cranston over here. He is kind of just navigating the room. And there's a lot of collision points. There's a chair, there's this weird item right here, there's the walls. And you'll see there's actual space for him to go in front of items, the way I built the collision points. You'll also see over on the right here, we have Giles. Oh, sorry. I just talked to him. He's also had his own starting point, and unfortunately, if I touch a character, they pause for a bit so that they don't run into me. So now he starts walking again. Carol here is actually pretty good at getting around. And so he's looking at this wall now, and then he goes the other way, because he's randomly changing direction. And if you just stand around waiting long enough, they end up making their way like to all the other rooms. It's really interesting. Sprinting? Yeah. Only problem is I want to add run because I think it would help, you know, getting around the map. See, look at that. She found her way out pretty easily. And look, she won't run into me either. Oh, yes, she will. What the fuck? Oh. That's weird. Why did you run into me? You're not allowed to touch me. Son of a bitch. But I have a character that goes fast. Like, that's her thing. Her speed. I mean, I could still make her faster than your sprint, but it would give her more use to get around. If you want to get around fast, always using her to get around. I don't know. She's another main character in the book. Your fingers aren't very dexterous right now. You know what, Harlow? I have just a thing for you. Flex keys. Are your fingers not dexterous enough? Are you missing some agility? Flex keys. It's actually the leading fidget / exercising tool that is fun and friendly. Go to flexkeys.shop. This is today's sponsor, by the way. Go to flexkeys.shop. Get yours today. If you want the funnest and you know, most useful fidget tool for programmers, musicians, and rock climbers. Anything who needs fingers. Flex keys. You can get them in all these cool colors. And they're only $4.99. $4.99? Holy crap, that is cheaper than a cup of coffee. Correct me. It is cheaper than a cup of coffee. And I ship anywhere in the US. Best part is, if you order these while I'm streaming, I'll actually print them for you live, and you can watch the printer on stream. So that's fun. Add over. Yeah, so I use Midjourney to generate, based off of my prompts, pixel characters to get like an idea of what they're going to look like. And then I bring them into Photoshop and I change them to make them look more like the characters in the book. And then I have started using Midjourney's video generation to get walking animations, which has been working. I sometimes, you know, it's not perfect, so I do have to still import the videos into Photoshop, cut out the backgrounds, and make it look like it's a, you know, and then I export it as a GIF. But yeah, I definitely, any chance that I can use AI to help me with the pixel art, I will take it, because technically I have the ability. I can do all the pixel art myself. I built a lot of the assets in the game from scratch, including, you know, all the walls and textures and you know, this desk and computer. Like I made all these, but for a lot of these like little set dressing things, I do not have that kind of time or the money to spend on it. So like all these plants, these are all generated. I made them look broken in their state of brokenness, but yeah, I didn't make their starting state. I did cut them out. I did add shadowing, that kind of stuff, but yeah, replacing everything. It might even someday replace us video game makers. I mean, there's still going to be somebody that needs to make the game, obviously. Like, I still had to make the art with the prompts and take it out and use it, right? Same with the video games. Someone's still going to have to use the game maker AI creator, prompt a game, and probably do a lot of work, because it's going to be impossible to make a usable game that's, you know, engaging and not just like brain rot, I guess. But yeah, it's not scary. It's exciting. There's a lot of things. Rapid prototyping is my game, man. I love 3D printing for the same thing. I can make rapid prototypes. I have tons of products that I developed in 3D printing, and I think AI is the same thing. I can rapid prototype character designs, character animations. I mean, there are things I'll never use AI for, like music, because I like making music, you know? But I don't like spending 10 hours on eyebrows, you know, pixel eyebrow shading, or the hair just the right way when he turns to the left. Like, that's not something I want to spend time on. And it's a waste of my time. But, yeah. You know, I'm a programmer, you know, I'm a website programmer, I'm self-taught programmer, and AI has taken over programming as well. So I have an open outlook to AI tools being used. Hell yeah. Bradley Butler, you're a real one. Thanks for jumping on, and I'm glad, hope you're subscribed so you can come by again. And I'll catch you in the next one, my friend. I'm actually probably going to be kicking off myself in a second. I just need to make this one last big wall. Go! Go forth, wall, and wallify this area. Boop. Perfect. See ya, my friend. And let's wallify this area as well. And we actually did a lot today. Oh shit, where am I? Why am I here? Oh, it's because I changed the area I was in. Okay, cool. Actually, great idea, Bradley. I think it's a great time to call it a night. You definitely need some sleep. Harlow, thanks for jumping on again, my friend. Hope you're doing great. Hope your trip has been going great. Bradley, thanks for jumping on, having great conversations with me. Golden BBS, thanks for jumping on, man. Appreciate the comment earlier. Nathan, also great question. Thank you for that. Hope you're also subscribed so I can see you again. Random poster guy, thanks for saying hi. Jared's Adventures, thanks for jumping on too. It's been great talking with you. Cato Flato, appreciate the comment. I am definitely suffering. And Alonzo, you're a real one, man. Thanks for jumping on, talking to me. Sir, thanks for your insight on 3D stuff. Natalia Villabosa, thank you also for jumping on and talking to me. Sorry I don't speak Spanish as well as I wish. Infodisco, you were great too. Hope you are subscribed and I get to talk to you again. And I think that's everybody that jumped on. Man, it was rowdy today. But thank you so much. I hope everybody watching in the future, come say hi. I like talking to you people. You're all cool. And hope everybody has a chance to go to the Discord. You can get to it from orbumorder.com. That way we can talk while I'm not on stream. It's literally the first link under my face right here. Join the Discord. I have lots of channels on there. Web development, game development, art, music. I don't know if I have art actually. Music, 3D printing. So we can talk about a lot of cool things. And anybody else that, you know, comes and supports the channel, appreciate you. Thanks everybody who jumped on Twitch. I know it's pretty quiet, but hey, say something next time. And I think with that, we'll call it a night. Happy Thursday, everybody. Goodbye.